Empires do not expect to collapse in a morning. Lisbon was one of the wealthiest cities in Europe. Gold flowed in from Brazil. Churches stood tall over narrow streets. Its harbor connected continents. It was powerful, confident, certain of its future. Then the ground began to move, and within hours, one of Europe's greatest capitals was in ruins. This is the story of November 1st, 1755, the day Lisbon was destroyed. On November 1st, 1755, All Saints' Day, churches across Lisbon were full. Candles burned. Cathedrals echoed with prayer. Without warning, a massive earthquake struck. Modern estimates place it between magnitude 8.5 and 9.0. Buildings shook violently. Stone facades cracked. Entire structures collapsed within seconds. The tremors lasted several minutes, long enough to bring down much of the city center. But it wasn't over. Survivors fled toward open areas. Many ran to the waterfront for safety. Then something strange happened. The water in the harbor began to recede. Ships tilted. The seafloor became visible. Minutes later, a massive tsunami surged back into the city. Waves crashed over docks and streets. People were swept away. The Atlantic itself had turned against Lisbon. The earthquake destroyed buildings. The tsunami drowned neighborhoods. But fire finished what the earth and sea had begun. Candles from the morning services ignited fallen debris. Cooking fires spread. Broken gas lines fueled flames. For nearly 5 days, fires burned across Lisbon. The destruction was nearly total. Estimates suggest 50,000 people died. Much of the city was gone. The disaster shocked all of Europe. This was not a remote village. This was a major capital. A center of trade, religion, and empire. Philosophers questioned how such destruction could occur on a holy day. Writers debated whether it was divine punishment or natural catastrophe. For one of the first times in history, the event was studied scientifically. The Portuguese government gathered data. They mapped damage. They asked survivors what they experienced. They began designing buildings to withstand future quakes. Modern seismology traces part of its origins to this disaster. Lisbon did not simply rebuild. It reinvented itself. The 1755 earthquake was not just destruction. It marked a shift, from superstition to science. From theological explanation to empirical study. From medieval city design to earthquake-resistant architecture. It forced Europe to confront a difficult truth. Nature does not respect power, or faith, or wealth, and even the strongest capitals can fall in a single day. Lisbon rose again. But the city that stood before November 1st, 1755, was never seen again. Beneath modern streets lies the memory of a morning, when the earth shook, the sea withdrew, and fire consumed what remained. A reminder that civilization rests on foundations far more fragile than we like to believe.